Bulls Nation, I'm ahead on today's CHGO Bulls. More reporting about Josh Giddey and the stalled contract negotiations with the Bulls. Is he getting a little cranky? Plus, our guy Marc Stein of the Stein line at DLLS Mavs will join us to give us his latest intel, plus the latest on the Nikola Vucevic trade market from Jake Fisher. Coming up next. What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome into the CHGO Bulls podcast. Coming to you live from our studios here in West Loop, downtown Chicago on Friday afternoon. I'm Peck, Bulls_Peck. That is Big Day. Bow, bow, bow. BNWL Sports, Queen of the Controls, the one and only KW. What's up, Katie?
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, everybody. Yeah. So ready for the weekend.
So ready for the weekend.
GOAT is off, he's quaffing.
Gallivanting.
He's PT quaffing.
That's
all of the love to him while he takes a well-deserved time off.
Yes, very much so.
We will be holding down the fort from today through next week. We got some fun guests lined up for y'all next week.
Yeah.
But today, Big Dave,
yeah,
the Giddey saga continues.
It does continue, and before we get into it and start it, I want to send a big birthday shout-out to my nephew, Jaleel. Very happy birthday to that
happy
young
birthday,
man.
Jaleel.
Very proud of you. Like, it's hard to articulate how proud of you I am, sir. Love you very much.
Silliest horn sound.
Yes.
Does not do the nephew's birthday justice.
It's all right.
What is that?
It's okay. It works. She did. She's working with what she's got. She's working with what she's got. Do you have another sound, Katie? I'll take another sound. Any sound that you got in there.
What about the really crummy,
try.
like, applause group sound? Or just a clown's horn honking?
Okay, I was wrong. It can
It's a
get
birthday
worse.
clown.
Yes.
There we go.
Wait,
what about like the pomp and circumstance?
Yes, the fan
from the goon of the night, the fanfare.
Royal birthday.
The royal fanfare.
Yes.
When we
Julia.
switched computers.
We gotta get the royal fanfare
So
back.
I gotta get it back.
Well, you've got time. The season ain't here yet. You got time.
We don't have any
Sorry.
Goon of the Nights for at least another couple months.
We
That's
can
true.
try this
That's
one.
very
Let's
true.
see if this
That's
works.
very true. All right.
Shout out to the nephew, though.
Well, happy birthday to you, sir.
What, your nephew, what is he, 40?
No, you're going to be mad when I tell you.
He's actually young?
He's young.
Good for him.
And way better than everyone. He is brilliant
Good
with
for
a capital
him.
B. Like one of the smartest human beings I've ever
Young
met in my
and
life.
brilliant?
Brilliant.
The world is his oyster.
Like brilliant chess. He was playing chess when he was like 5. Like,
oh, wow.
He's that kind of level of smart. Actually, when I did the song when I was like the All City, like the marathon I did, that was his production.
No kidding.
That did it, man. And he was like 22. He did that. Like
Talented.
He's good. Like he's really.
You know what?
Great.
He should challenge D Rose to a chess match.
Yeah, that'll be next, man. But that's what I'm gonna learn some chess from.
There you go.
Well, him and
we should get a chessboard for the office.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
we should.
I'm terrible at chess.
Oh, I suck. I just started playing for the first time a few days ago.
It's an easy game to learn the rules of. It's way harder to get good at it.
Oh, bro, I was getting destroyed.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
terrible.
What's a pawn do? Well, let me move this queen. Oh, no. What? What do you mean I got to move like this?
I just lost my most important piece in the first move of the game?
That's exactly what was happening. So the king can do what?
Yeah.
Go up and down. I don't know what's happening.
Wait a minute. This is not checkmate.
Right.
This is not checkmate.
How come? Where can I check? Where do I get kinged at? Oh, this ain't checkers?
King me.
Oh, I'm confused.
Oh, man.
I'm going to learn, though. I'm very intrigued. That whole chessable changed my mind on chess, bro. Like, I really, truly want to learn now. And I have people in my life who will happily help me figure it out. So thank y'all.
Whenever at the office with some downtime, we should like try to play some chess together.
Yeah,
I'd be down for that.
Once I get like a base of it, then yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But right now, it's just out of control, bro.
Kuya Cruz Raps in the comments saying freestyle chess is the new jam. They were playing that.
They were
at D Rose's event out in Vegas.
Yeah, Michael Red was explaining that
pieces can like move in different directions or something. I don't know. Sounds crazy.
No, Michael Red said it to me. He was like, "Yeah, I like that they're playing the freestyle chess." And I was like, "Word." Yeah, I don't know what that means, Michael Red, because you explained that to me real quick. I don't know what that means.
Flex, by the way.
That is
Chatting
a
with
flex.
Michael Red.
That
about
is a
chess.
flex. Shout out Michael Red, bro.
I wonder if Josh Giddey plays chess.
Ooh.
He's got time to kill.
Yeah, he does.
While his agent is talking to the Bulls trying to get the deal
I think
done.
his agent is playing checkers with
yeah,
the Bulls front
exactly.
office right now.
Exactly.
But, hey,
Not chess, checkers.
This Bulls fan is not going to be upset if AK, for once in his life, is actually trying to play some 4-dimensional chess
Yes.
and win a freaking negotiation.
We are with you, AK.
Come on, AK.
We with you, bro.
I know, and look, the people who want Giddey to be signed and paid among Bulls Nation, I feel y'all. I feel where you're coming from. Let's just get this deal done, give the man his money, and move on.
Yeah.
I am sitting here saying, and we're going to get into in a second, the latest reporting about Josh maybe being a little upset about how these negotiations have gone and are still ongoing.
Yeah.
But I am sitting here saying, look, use the leverage.
Yeah.
I don't care about, upset. No, I don't care.
Yeah. No.
It's hard to find as a fan who loves the team and wants them to do well, but also is not a multimillionaire athlete. Like, feel bad about a guy who's like, oh, are you not immediately getting the huge lump sum guaranteed money offer that you want right out of the gate?
Yeah.
Boo-hoo.
Yeah. I think Michael Walton, and I know you saw this tweet, made all the sense in the world when he was talking
Shout
about
out Michael, man.
When he was talking about, dude, I don't think he understands this franchise that he's on. This is the team. He was explaining how his father explained on how the Bulls were basically lowballing Michael Jordan. Not even happy.
We don't really want to pay MJ.
Yeah, dog.
Not
Michael
sure if he's
Jordan,
worth it.
Dude, my brother talks about this all the time. It don't matter what Bulls conversation comes up. He brings up that Reinsdorf did not want to pay him, said, I hope I don't regret paying Michael Jordan his money. Michael Jordan, ladies and gentlemen. You're Josh Giddey.
Exactly.
Brother.
And look,
man,
there's nothing worse than doubling down on a mistake. And I think AK did that with the Pat contract, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And maybe AK in this process, as we all wait, and he's playing hardball, is actually learning from a mistake.
Yeah.
Instead of standing proudly on that mistake and doing it again.
Yeah.
Which, as a Bulls fan and a low bar, I'll give a little bit of credit to that.
I will absolutely.
As somebody who also has made a mistake and then at various points in my life chosen not to learn from that mistake and do it again, or learn from that mistake and do it differently the next time.
Yeah, man. Like, that's what you want. Like, you understand the mistakes that they've made and have currently and recently made. But it's about growing from that, not staying there and doing the same damn thing over and over and over again. That's when you get the definition of insanity going. Because it's doing the same thing over again, expecting different results. Where you keep overpaying guys that you probably shouldn't be overpaying, and you're like, how come that production isn't here? Oh man, we can't afford to get other free agents in here either. Oh, we're locked into this for sure. Oh no. Well, let's do it again. No, that's not how that works. They're doing it the smart, intelligent way, which is they're taking their time. I love how Will brought up Lowry Markkinen in that contract, and how the Bulls waited till August to even do that as far as the sign and trade was concerned. They have all the time and they have all the leverage, and they are not used to having any of those things.
No.
So it's great to see them utilizing it, and I am absolutely with AK and Mark Eversley on this.
Shout out to Colin Calling in the chat who said, Giddey is undeniably a huge part of our future.
Yeah.
He undeniably has no leverage.
Yeah.
Accurate.
Zero. His leverage is love.
Yeah.
That basically the Bulls love me.
Yeah.
And I know they want me here.
Of
but
course.
my man, you got to bring more to the table than that. If it wouldn't be a discussion, again, Matt, if it had cachet behind him.
Yeah.
And not just a half season of that cachet. They saw the whole season of it. They saw where you're getting benched. They saw where you're having to sit down. They saw where your shooting wasn't great, and then it would be great, and then it wouldn't. And then it would be great, and then it wouldn't. It was an up and down time. It didn't click until, you move Zach out of here and they finally put the ball in his hands. They said, okay, we'll fine, you run it.
Yep.
And to his credit, he ran it, and he did a great job, man. Had amazing games. Had one of the greatest Bulls finishes that you're ever going to see in Bulls history. It was great, but it was half of the season on the back end of the season. And they are simply being careful, saying, okay, we know you did that. Let's see if you can do it for a whole 82. I'm not sure if I want to give you $30 million a year for half of a season of play. That is intelligent thinking right there. I wouldn't have a problem with it if I'm a player, but at the same time, I have no problem with Josh Giddey and his agent saying, no, I want $30 million. I know y'all want us. Y'all can't live without us. Well, then pay us like y'all love us then. I appreciate that approach. I'm just saying the Bulls side of the approach is what I'm going to stand on here, and hopefully they'll come to that conclusion sometime soon.
So Alley Cat in the chat just said he's going to take the qualifying offer. There was some more about that from Jake Fisher, and we will get to that a little bit later. But first, let's start with this report that is new from Ashish Mathurin covering the NBA for Hoops Wire.
Shout out.
In case you missed this one, Josh Giddey, quote, is not happy with the Chicago Bulls over how contract talks have gone. An NBA source told Hoops Wire on Friday. Thus far, no team has contacted Giddey or the Bulls about sign and trade deals, the NBA source said. So, two pieces of information there. Giddey ain't happy about how these negotiations are going, and simultaneously to that, 0 NBA teams have reached out to Giddey and his team or the Bulls about Giddey signing trades.
Yeah.
I was talking to some of the people in our Die Hard Discord last night about that. I think it was maybe our guy Gary Ross, who was like, Giddey signing trade? And I was like, this Bulls fan would love that idea, but it's not happening.
Yeah.
I do not see anywhere where much, different than the way that Warriors and Kuminga is looking very much like a sign and trade. Probably not to the Bulls, but somewhere. I just don't see that happening with Giddey. They want to keep him here.
They want him.
And it's just like, if Giddey is not happy with the way this is going because he wants $30 million a year, look at all these other players who produced that from my draft class got these extensions on these figures. The Jalen Suggs contract is the one that gets brought up most frequently for player comp and compensation comp. I don't want to sound mean, but if the reports are true from these NBA sources that Giddey is not thrilled with these contract negotiations right now, and some people in our chat who have said, that's the damage you can do if you play hardball from the Bull side of things, I don't care. I truly don't care. At some point, he's going to make a decision.
Yeah.
You want to play a prove-it year on the qualifying offer? Okay. Then that can turn into an for AK if he decides to walk a year from now.
For AK.
And it depends on how you feel about Giddey. Because to me, I'm still not seeing a problem there.
Yeah. No,
but in the meantime, I don't care. They will come to a deal of some kind. It's a business.
It's a business, and business is business. And you should take none of this personally at all. Bulls shouldn't take it personally that you're asking for $30+ million. You shouldn't take it personally that the Bulls don't want to give you $30+ million. That's a negotiation. Yes, you feel like you're worth more than that, as you should. Everyone in life should feel that way. Should always feel like, dude, I should be getting paid more than this, and try to use whatever negotiation they have or whatever tool or whatever trick or whatever leverage they have to get that money. But in this instance right here, it's too much on the Bulls side, bro. They have a whole heap of stuff on their side where they're like, and the main one is, where you gonna go? That's the main one right there. Where you going? What you gonna do?
No other teams are contacting him or the Bulls about wanting him.
Nobody is looking at you. And that's huge for the Bulls right there, because the team hasn't come out and said, hey, we'll take a risk on that. Wait, Josh Giddey's available? Man, let's get him signed to that quick deal real quick. We can sneak him from the Bulls. It's not happening. And the Bulls are going to wait, because honestly, I really do think the Bulls wouldn't mind paying that dude $30 million. Honestly, I don't think they would mind it at all. But if they can avoid it, they're going to avoid it, man, in every way, shape, and form. And I'm not mad at them for that. Again, AK and Eversley, I give them credit for how they're handling this negotiation. Take your time, sir.
Our guy Fish saying he just keeps negotiating like Dr. saying $30 million, $100 billion.
I will release the missiles.
Sharks with lasers attached to their heads. We got to knock out a couple of ads. When we come back on the other side, we will continue the Giddey talk and more with our pal, the one and only Marc Stein. Hit the like button.
Very badly.
Katie did it again.
Very badly burned.
Does Katie need us to vamp?
Hello there. Anyone hear me?
Today's show brought to you by Sunnyside Cannabis Dispensary, your home for judgment-free cannabis shopping. A place where all kinds of visitors are welcome to explore, discover, and purchase a wide array of high-quality products. It's your one-stop shop for all of your cannabis needs, featuring an expertly curated menu and over 100 different strains to choose from. That's right, I said 100. Plus, they offer easy online ordering and in-store pickup. Even if you're a pro, you think, I know what's what. they have something you probably haven't tried before. Check out the Wellness Advisor Staff Picks Collection. Visit Sunnyside.shop for bright buys every day, including getting 50% off your first 3 online purchases. Just be sure to use promo code HICHGO at checkout to qualify. And for returning customers, use promo code CHGO50 to get 50% off one Cresco Labs brand item. Exclusions apply. Sunnyside Cannabis Dispensary. Bright buys every day, only for 21 and older, and Illinois Med Card holders.
Several rules in life, ladies and gentlemen. Don't touch the back of Matt Pack. Make sure you hit the like button or Katie will be under your bed. Make sure you subscribe to the Substack of a main man, Marc Stein. And, of course, don't get biffed. Don't do that. Don't go to the big box store. Talk to a 16-year-old who doesn't know what he's doing and what he's talking about. Stay at home. Get that shop at home convenience. You only get with Empire Today. That clear, upfront, all-inclusive pricing that you get. Plus, then you can schedule that installation as soon as mañana. Schedule a free in-home estimate today because some things are just better at home. CHGO listeners can receive a $350 discount when using that promo code CHGO. You heard me right, $350 discount. Promo code CHGO. Restrictions apply. Visit empiretoday.com/CHGO for full details. 588 2300 back
Empire
today.
We roll along CHGO Bulls live on a Friday afternoon. Pack, Big Dave, Katie on the controls, and now let's bring in our guy, the one and only longtime NBA insider. Read his stuff, subscribe to his Substack, The Stein Line, where he does great work with Jake Fisher. And, of course, check out, if you want some Western Conference talk and intel, DLLS Mavs, where he is hanging out with that crew regularly. Our pal, the one and only Marc Stein, joining us. What up, Mark?
Yes, sir.
Gentlemen, great to be with you. If I'm on, am I on?
You are on, baby.
Yeah. You are live, sir.
That's interesting because I normally see myself in the screen. I do not see it.
Well, that's
This
a
might
shame
be-
because you look amazing.
This might be part of Katie's continuing campaign to X me out. I don't know if you guys know what happened in Vegas.
Oh, please tell us.
Have you guys, what happens in Vegas will be revealed on this show. So I get a text. Mark, we have an amazing setup in Vegas. But we'll come to you if we need to. We have to talk to you while we're all in the same place. And then the next morning, bigger name on the other line. D Rose has invited us to his chess event. We'll talk to you some other time.
In my defense, it was Derrick frickin' Rose. Like, how do I turn down Derrick Rose?
No, you made the right decision. Definitely made the right. 15 times out of 10, that was the right call.
The other possible explanation, Mark, is that you have now joined us on CHGO Bulls enough times that when you stare into a screen to talk Bulls with Bulls people, you're just staring into the void like the rest of us. It's just a great abyss, and you can't see anything.
Screaming into it, sir.
Well, before we get to the business at hand, was your guys' Vegas good? I mean, an afternoon with D Rose had to be good, right?
That was definitely a high point.
Yeah,
It's first time for you.
First time
for me
yeah.
meeting D Rose. Go was like, I've interviewed him a few times before.
You did.
But for us, we're not the credentialed reporters. We're just the fans that sit in the set and talk. So for us, when we get opportunities like that, those are the wow moments that take your breath away. So it was very cool.
My man Matt got to a point where he got to tell him how he felt, just about him and the team. And it was the point where Matt, I was a little worried that he was going to get a little emotional. Some tears were going to come out, but he held it together tight, for him, man, and he moved forward. So, but yeah, those moments of stuff you just kind of, don't forget. And the way it just happened and kind of fell to us was just amazing. And all the other players that, we got to speak to, like Drew Gooden and Tony Allen and C.J. Watson and Michael Redd, and all those guys. Like, it was really great, man.
Where is GOAT, by the way? Where is he?
He is taking some well-deserved time off starting today. Mm-hmm. So you just missed him.
Well, I felt bad that we didn't connect in Vegas.
Yeah.
I feel bad that my schedule did not align with Gottlieb's. But
I was ready to hit the clubs and the tables late night with the one and only Marc Stein, and I don't know, you were ducking.
No, I was not ducking. I was stalking. I go to Vegas to stalk. Hey, there's my picture. My picture just showed up. Now I
Hey!
can now unfortunately I can see myself. In Vegas, there is no time for fun and games. I gotta stalk some NBA people and ask them a bunch of annoying questions. So I'm sure you guys had a good time on my behalf.
Yes, sir.
It was, as it always is, Vegas is a great time and exhausting. And when you're halfway through, you're ready to get the hell out of there. And then it's just, a battle to the home stretch.
Yeah, man.
So obviously, Cooper Flag was all the buzz for you and your DLLS crew. But that aside, what was your biggest takeaway, whether it be a player, a team, from Summer League, whether it's something you heard, somebody you talked to? What was, aside from Cooper Flag, your biggest headline of the trip?
Well, I'm being completely candid with you. I did not set foot in the gym. The way I cover it, as I don't go at all. I did, even despite my old age, see the unfortunate Essengue meme that I'm guessing will be part of our lives forever and ever and ever on this show.
Bring that up.
But I didn't. I saw AK and Eversley off site. I did not go to the gym, but I did see them momentarily. But like I said, for me, it is. I know it's counterintuitive. I know it probably sounds snobbish and doesn't make sense, but Summer League is such a massive thing now. The gym is so packed and such a circus that it's just not conducive to what I'm trying to do there. So I really am trying to schedule as many offsite meetings as I can and try to get FaceTime. That's really what it is. So I mean, look, it's been a very chaotic July. I mean, we are still seeing action this week. Maybe I know everybody who cares about the Bulls is wondering about this Giddey thing and when is this ever going to happen? And I can't tell you. I can't tell you when a deal is going to happen. I would love to see, and again, this is easy for me to say from the outside, I would love to see Giddey just take the qualifying offer and say, you know what? I'm going to have a monster season and I'm going to be an unrestricted free agent next June. And you guys might regret not signing me. But again, that is easy for us to say on the outside. And he had a strong finish to the year. And look, restricted free agency always sucks for the restricted free agents. It is awful. But in this landscape, when there is no cap space and every team in the league is so worried about the luxury tax aprons, it is triply bad for restricted free agents. You see in Golden State, everyone around the league, every rival team that is interested in Al Horford or DeAnthony Melton believes that those guys will end up signing with Golden State, but Golden State can't move on them because they need the Kuminga thing to play out first. And I'm just being candid with you guys. I don't know how long it's going to take for Kuminga or Giddey or Quentin Grimes in Philly or Cam Thomas in Brooklyn. We don't know how long it's going to take for a deal to pop. But every summer, just kind of as an observer of this, I'm always kind of wondering and waiting. Will one of these guys say, you know what? I'm going to take the qualifier. I'm going to take my chances and then go to unrestricted free agency. And again, it is very easy for us to say on the outside. Giddey looks at his draft class. He looks at Jalen Suggs. He looks at Jalen Johnson and thinks, I should be getting the same kind of deal those guys got. But he doesn't have the external suitor to force the Bulls' hand. So the Bulls are doing the right thing from their end to not rush into a pricey deal. And I know you guys remember the Markkanen summer that went all the way to the end of August. Could we be in for a repeat of that? We could. Because sign and trades are even harder to put together now in the double apron era. So it's frustrating, but I guess the only thing I can say to Bulls fans is imagine how frustrated you would be if you were a Warriors fan right now. The Warriors have like 6 roster spots open and they can't fill them until their Kuminga thing resolves. So
yeah, and
could be worse.
Honestly, like I don't think Matt and I are frustrated by it like at all. Like, we're completely okay with how this is playing out
Very
and the
patient.
time that it's taking for them to get to this deal, because the Bulls have all the leverage, Mark, and they're not used to having all the leverage. Usually they're operating from that position of weakness. So this one time where they're operating from a position of power, and they have to get this right because of what they gave up to get Josh Giddey and said, no, we're placing all of that on you. They have to take their time and get this thing right and get the right deal for themselves. So I like the fact that they're not just rushing out there saying, okay, man, we got to sign you and get you in camp right now. Fine, here's $29 million. Fine, here's $30 million. No, they're starting, with logical offers for him. And the fact that we're hearing reports that he is, a little unhappy about it makes me happy, because that means business is happening and negotiations are going down.
So it didn't bother you when my pal Jake Fisher reported Giddey is in Vegas and not going to the Bulls Summer League games, not hanging out with Peck and Dave and Katie, and not going to the Bulls games. That didn't bother you at all.
That's more on him than it is on us, because we're a good time.
If he arrived in Vegas fresh off signing a 5-year $150, he still wouldn't be hanging out with us.
No, but he would. But he would be courtside at the game. I promise you, he would have been front.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. But we're okay with that, and I think the players on the team know the business end of it. I mean, we just saw a picture that Modest just put out on his IG of him and Josh Giddey just hanging out. You know what I mean? Laughing and talking with each other. So I think that's the thing, is they know that Josh Giddey wants to be here, and they all feel that Josh Giddey is going to be here, and we feel that same way too. Like, he's going to be here for that. It's just about getting the number right.
Has Buzelis been on the show yet?
We've interviewed him last year.
Yeah, so we've interviewed him each of the past two summer leagues this year and last year, and we've built those interviews that were off-site, away from our set and studio, into our shows. But yeah, so we're next on the to-do list is to get him to come down the street from the Madhouse and hang out with us here.
I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna try to intervene, and I'm gonna lobby for that. And when that happens, I want to zoom into that one. I'm a fan.
This way around Bulls PR and just talk to Modest.
No. I mean, I'll ask Bulls PR. I'm gonna try. I don't know if I'm gonna succeed, but I'm gonna try.
I think Bulls PR has always been a little wary of letting their players come to our turf and on our show that way.
But he'll have a great time.
Maybe remotely. I don't know if they'll sit on set. But let's aim reasonable for starters.
Yeah. Well, so they're doing the wait and see and using some leverage with Giddey, and we'll wait patiently, or at least some of us patiently. The other Bulls name that cropped up recently in a few different national reports is that Ayo Dosunmu is a popular name in these latter stages of the offseason, Warriors included among several teams. The Bulls, despite trading Lonzo, still have a bevy of guards. They re-signed Trey Jones off of him, arriving midseason in the Levine trade. And so there's a lot of talk about whether Ayo could be up for a possible trade if the Bulls are really committing to Josh and Kobe. Have you heard anything about Ayo or any other late offseason moves people might be interested in when it comes to Bulls players right now?
I would agree. I would say that it's a good description to say that he is probably the most available in terms of potential Bulls trade targets. I don't think Kobe White is available. I think the Bulls want to keep him. Obviously, the Giddey situation, he is with his contractual situation, that is really the main kind of concern. I don't know that we'll see a trade, but is it feasible? I do think that's fair. I know there's been some talk. I think you guys had some, I don't know if you've touched on Vooch yet. I can say that I'm not buying the notion that there is no market for Vooch. The importance of a big man in today's NBA is only rising after all the talk that the NBA was going away from traditional big men. And with the season Vooch just had and now entering the last year of his deal, maybe not today, but once the season unfolds between now and the deadline in February, I mean, if I were the Bulls, I would be waiting to see what kind of market forms. They're in no rush. They don't need to do something right now there, but yeah, I mean, I would not, I think the phones, here's the thing. I mean, are the phones ringing off the hook? I think that would be an exaggeration, because we are finally moving to the part of the summer where teams do start to ramp down their business in August and try to catch some kind of break. But yeah, I think we need to keep our eye on that.
Yeah, I agree.
Do we need to
Wrap.
Yeah. Okay. So, Mark, we got to knock out a couple ads real quick. 120 seconds. You down to stick through that ad and talk with us a little bit more?
As long I do have to go do the ads, and I can stay for a few more minutes, and then I got to go jump to another deal. But I love your guys' read, so do the.
I was going to say, bless your heart. You'll be entertained. Hang tight. We'll bring you right back in for a little bit more on the other side. Hit the like.
Hit it.
Today's show brought to you by Mando. What separates Mando from the other deodorants out there? It is a whole body deodorant. And in these hot summer weeks, that's something that you need to rely on. You could, of course, use it in your pits. You could also use it in your pits, your balls, your thigh folds, your belly buttons,
Double pits.
your butt crack, even your feet.
Yeah.
Also, you got to check out Mando's brandest newest product, their 4-in-1 acidified cleansing bar. Shampoo, face wash, body wash, and deodorant all in one bar. That's the kind of stuff this lazy dude is looking for. Check out their starter pack. Perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream 2 deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, plus free shipping. Check them out, and be sure to use promo code CHGO when you check out at shopmando.com. That's SHOPMANDO.com to get 20% off site-wide and free shipping with promo code CHGO. Please support our show. Tell them we sent you there. Smell fresher, stay drier, boost your confidence from head to toe with Mando.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's hot. All right. The son has on a sweater with fuzzy slippers while he's chilling in front of a fireplace sipping hot cocoa. That's how hot it is outside. And so you know what you need? You need your AC right. And you can only do that with Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. They've been serving Chicagoland for over 50 years. Right now is the time to get your air conditioning checked out. And Four Seasons experts are ready to help you with AC installation, maintenance, and repair. You can save up to $4,000 on new comfort systems with Four Seasons. New AC units from $39 a month and AC furnace combos for $57 a month. Your trusted local experts are Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. Visit fourseasonsheatingcooling.com for all their special offers and money-saving coupons. That's fourseasonsheatingcooling.com. Because for all the right reasons. Back!
Call 866 Four Seasons. Ooh. And we are back. Big Dave, CHGO Bulls, hanging out with our guy, Marc Stein. Mark, were you entertained enough during the ad break?
Don't quote me. Do not clip this, but you guys are the best in the game. Best reads in the game. I do not want to upset my teammates at DLS or any of the other channels in our family. I saw there was a lot of good fellowship and hanging out in Vegas, but you guys bring a little extra to the read game for sure.
Hey, man.
And I can tell with no goat there, you guys feel even more ready to.
Yeah, it's called ridiculousness, sir.
It's a Friday afternoon, man. We got the sillies. But, Mark, I'm sure the Bulls fans are curious to know a bit more and hear more about what you were just saying about Vooch on the other side of that break and the way that the NBA is viewing the importance of big men recently. Vooch is, a little long in the tooth and not the, high-flying, rim-protecting kind of big man that a lot of teams are after these days. But he's still a legitimate floor spacer and a legitimate 20 and 10 threat every night. So, you're telling us that you're not buying the there is no market for Vooch thing?
Absolutely not. I mean, again, if you want to talk today, okay, he didn't get traded today, but it's the end of July. The trade deadline's in February. He's on an expiring contract, and it's a pretty reasonable number in the modern NBA. And yeah, look at what he did. I mean, you guys know I am a huge Vooch fan. And okay, he's not going to win the shot block title. Rebounds are part of defense, and he will still get you 10 if you play him enough minutes. So again, we'll have to see how the season plays out, but just instinct tells me that at some point between now and February, a good team out there is going to have a need for a big man. So just because a trade isn't happening right this second, I mean, yeah, I I would say I would take a wait and see approach there. And if I were the Bulls, I would be in zero rush.
And I'm curious of how you see as far as the fit is concerned. Is it a look like, hey, wherever team he goes to, Vooch is going to get maybe some time as that starter? Or do you see him more, maybe since he's getting, as Matt said, a little long in the tooth, more so of like that Al Horford role that he could be playing for a team?
Well, that's the thing. Is like the Warriors want to stretch five. You know, they can get Al Horford for a much lower price. They can sign Al Horford as a free agent as opposed to having to do a trade for Vooch, who's in the 22 million range. We saw the Clippers, who have Zubac, who is one of the most underrated players in the whole league. But what did the Clippers add in the offseason? They wanted a stretch five and went out and got Brook Lopez. So I'm sorry, you're just not going to convince me that Vooch, coming off a season that I think was, you know, all-star worthy and borderline all-star level in the East on an expiring deal, is somehow like not attractive. I reject that premise.
Yes, sir.
I like that. Last one, and then we'll let you go because we know you got to go. I am curious to get your take on the Lonzo Ball for Isaac Okoro trade, man. Like, yet again, instead of cashing in potentially for draft capital, just like Caruso for Giddey, AK goes with the player-for-player swap, which is very rare as far as NBA trades go these days. Yeah. AK talked out in Summer League during an interview about bringing in Okoro to help, you know, build the team's defensive identity after feeling confident that they've started solidly to build their offensive identity. Another young player who needs a fresh start. Like, what do you make of Okoro and him potentially growing his game with the Bulls?
Yeah, I mean, from that perspective, I think it's interesting for the Bulls. I mean, it's looked pretty apparent that he wasn't a huge part of Cleveland's plans going forward. So to take a flyer on a young player and see what he might do in a new situation, that certainly makes sense. I mean, the reality is when Lonzo got that contract, it was instantly being described by people around the league as that's someone Chicago's going to trade. And look, in Dallas, there was a lot of talk on our show and a lot of desire among Mavs fans. Is there any way to get Lonzo Ball to Dallas to be the guy who basically runs the team while Kyrie Irving is recovering from an ACL tear? So Lonzo still has a lot of fans in this league. The only concern with him is health. He's a proven two-way player. He's on a very reasonable deal. Could the Bulls have gotten more? I think we've had that conversation a time or two on this show.
What a gracious way of saying that, answering your own question. Mark, we always appreciate the time and the company.
Yes,
Bulls
sir.
Nation, subscribe to that Substack, the Stein Line.
Yes.
Read his and Jake Fisher's reporting, and check out DLLS Mavs if you want some West Coast basketball talk. Mark, we appreciate you, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
Yes, indeed. We will be in touch soon. Be good, guys.
Yeah,
Too,
you
man.
too.
And Katie, be good.
Yes, sir.
Bye, Mark.
She didn't bump you this time, Mark. Marc Stein,
Marc
Bulls
Stein,
Nation.
dog.
Hit the like for Marc Stein.
We're cool with Marc Stein.
So, I mean, I am bummed that we did not get to kick it out in Vegas.
yeah.
But I also, as he was describing his summer league system, as somebody who is as veteran an NBA reporter as Stein is, I respect the hell out of it.
Oh, without a doubt, I do. Like,
Especially that, was it Saturday when we were there and there were so many bodies in the Thomas E. Mack Center that it is aggressively air conditioned.
Yes.
And it was still a million freaking
Yes,
degrees
yes.
in there. It was miserable.
Yeah, it was Cooper Flag Day. So
was Cooper Flag Day.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Yeah.
And like Stein just being like, nope, I can still talk to my sources and have them come to me.
right. That
Like-
was going to be one of my questions for him. Like, what would get you out? Like,
Right.
if Cooper Flag, you know, number one pick of the Dallas Mavericks, and you're still like, nah, no go.
Cooper
Not
Flag
doing it.
versus Dylan Harper.
You know what I mean?
No.
That ain't getting you out.
I'll
Then
watch it
I'm
on
like,
the TV in my nice air conditioned hotel room.
which I am not mad at.
Not
but
at all.
I am very curious what would get him out there.
Right.
Can you
He's like,
imagine?
oh, yeah, I caught up with AK and Eversley while I was out there chatting with them. It was like, so they came to him.
Right. You know what I mean?
That's
Right.
such a flex.
Go ahead.
Do you know
Gabe.
how boss it is if you'd be like, yeah, I want to talk to Cooper Flag, but he can come to me?
Right.
Like, that
Right.
is, oh, God, I
Yeah.
wish I was at that level.
Again, for those of you youngsters who don't know, that is how long Marc Stein has been crushing it as an NBA reporter for all kinds of outlets, papers back in the – remember newspapers? And beyond. Sideline reporting for years.
Yes.
Man, so cool to chat with him.
It's a constant flex.
Yeah, I mean,
it's what that is.
Truly. And I think some positive insights and positive news about where the Bulls sit right now in the offseason. Yeah. Everybody's taking their time, and that's okay.
And again, it's not it's not just the Bulls. You know, it's like you said, if you think Bulls fans are frustrated, think about the Warriors. They got 6. I didn't realize that 6 open roster
They're
spots.
All just sitting around waiting to celebrate the Al Horford news, and they can't.
And they can't do anything. They bought all these presents. The ice is melting. The ice is melting. They can't do anything because they got to do
the ice sculpture over the steam grate?
Dude, but that's what they're going through. They are going through those struggles. So it's good to know that this is a league-wide struggle.
Yeah.
Everybody is taking their time deciding who they want. I mean, look at the deal we just saw Cam Thomas get offered, by Brooklyn. Cam Thomas has put up 40 in this league quite a few times.
Dude's a bucket.
He's a bucket. And they were like, 14 mil. You know what I mean? Because you can. It's really that simple. You do it because you can. That is the part of the business. And the players – usually players have leverage, in these situations. This is one of the rare occasions, Matt, where you see restricted free agents not having any leverage. Hell, even when Zach LaVine the first time was a restricted free agent, he had some leverage because the Kongs came Konging and were like, dude, we'll sign you, give you that $20 million. We'll sign that. We'll sign it. We got you. And even the next time, it was still talk of, we might still want him, so they helped push those things along. That is not happening at all with anyone here in the NBA. It is a rarity. It is a rare thing to see this right now. And the Bulls right now deserve this kind of luck. They have not had this kind of luck, man, in a while. So they're playing it out as they should be playing it out, man. So kudos to them.
Our guy Fish in the chat saying all the cool teams are negotiating good contracts for themselves this summer. 8 Lives UMF. Okay, saying Giddey didn't get the memo that the Bulls did him a favor for trading him. For trading for him. As y'all can see, no other teams want him. He's not getting 30. Apparently, Stacey did not ask Josh Giddey if he got the memo.
He didn't. He didn't ask him that. He didn't
get the memo.
He was in Australia. He didn't know.
He never understood.
He didn't get it. And that's how it should be right now, man. But again, he's right to continue to pound the pavement and ask over and over again and to stand his ground on this because of the fact they have time.
Yeah.
We'll see. When August hits, and let's say mid-August going into September, and it still isn't done, that's where it's going to get fun.
Yeah.
That's where it's going to get real interesting. And as that staring contest or blinking contest, you're going to see who blinks first on that. My money is on Giddey blinking first, and that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all, man. So, but the Bulls, just, man, go drink some pina coladas, hang out, put your feet up, chill out until they want to come back to the negotiating table and actually have that conversation. It's nothing really to do.
Right. And so quickly before we take our last ad break, just kind of because Mark was mentioning it, his colleague at the Stein line, Jake Fisher, he was doing a live stream for Bleacher Report the other day. And he also had some stuff about Vooch. We'll talk about that on the back end. But he had some stuff on Giddey as well, saying something similarly to what Mark brought up when Jake had a tweet when we were out in Summer League and noticing that Josh Giddey was not on the, sitting hanging out with his Bulls teammates. Saying that when Fisher last spoke to somebody directly about the Giddey situation, it did not seem, quote, super amicable. He also said that the qualifying offer is certainly still on the table, as Stein also just said just now. But, quote, it certainly doesn't behoove the Bulls, who traded Caruso straight up for Josh Giddey, and not getting anything back in return other than 1 year of Giddey, and potentially seeing him heading out the door.
Yeah.
So that is the risk on AK's side. Using the leverage right now. We all know that risk is there. But it's interesting because I think even a couple weeks ago, I would have said, no way Josh is taking the qualifying offer. They're going to get some kind of deal done. They'll find the middle ground wherever that middle ground is. Maybe the Bulls win by a little bit. Maybe Josh and his people will win by a little bit. They'll find middle ground. The QO, Dave, your brilliant idea from the beginning is sounding more and more like a realistic possibility, which is crazy.
Yes. Good. Usually when you're ahead of the curve, you sound insane to people. That's how it usually goes. I'm used to being called that. But I'm a dude who don't forget.
That's right. List. With that, we're going to knock out a couple more ads. We will come back on the other side and touch a bit more on Jake Fisher's reporting about Vooch.
Yeah.
Next, hit the like.
Hit it.
Today's show brought to you by Ray Chevrolet in Fox Lake is firing off fireworks with big savings all month long. Come in today to shop the Freedom to Save sales event and drive home with $10,000 off MSRP on new Chevy models. Or check out their selection of over 125 vehicles priced under $20,000. As one of the top-selling Chevy dealers in the Midwest, they're able to keep their prices competitive, so you know you will get a great deal. Plus, with that raised price promise, you know you can shop confidently, knowing there will be no hidden fees, no add-ons, no woozies, no wazies, no nonsense, ever. Go see it for yourself. Visit our partner at their convenient location right on Route 12 in Fox Lake, and don't miss out on that Freedom to Save sales event going all month long for $10,000 off MSRP on new Chevrolet models. Shop Ray Chevrolet in Fox Lake or at raychevrolet.com.
This ad is Baby Joey approved, ladies and gentlemen.
Baby Joey.
Yo, he is back from Vegas. He is now broken Katie. Oh, man, that was amazing, dog. That's kind of how he sounds. And then also why Katie didn't understand. She never understood. Why? Why? Say why. Say why. Why? Say it with the voice. Why it cost so much money to look so dang cool? Well, Shady Rays set out to do something about that, y'all. Independent Sunglasses Company, y'all. The sunglasses are made for real life. Seriously good looking, polarized, durable, and not ridiculously expensive. And here's the awesome part. Let's say you break them or you lose them because you got them on a hat. Crack, splat, drat. Guess what? You put them back up. You put them in, send them to Shady Rays. Guess what? Brand new replacement pair on your face. Explosion. So, actually, you wear your sunglasses without fear and be awesome and be cool. So, we teamed up with Shady Rays to bring you an exclusive offer. Head to shadyrays.com. Use that code CHGO for 35% off those premium polarized shades. And try it for yourself. The shades that are rated 5 stars for over 300,000 people because it's Shady Rays, y'all, where the rays are oh so shady.
That would be juicy. Hey, Bulls fans, we are back. Hit the like button for our pal Marc Stein. Hit it for yourself because it's Friday.
Yes.
Love that. Hit it for Goat, who's out enjoying his Friday.
Shout out to
somewhere
DuckTales.
That's not here.
DuckTales pack over here.
I never understood. It's time for taking the temp. Our last segment today is Taking the Temp, brought to you by our friends at Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. Visit FourSeasonsHeatingCooling.com for all their special offers and money-saving coupons. That's FourSeasonsHeatingCooling.com.
Yes.
What?
Oh, man.
What if I just did a whole episode of that voice?
Oh, dude, I'm here for
We're
it.
going to lose so many listeners.
Look, Devin said, doing the ad read, that voice is sitting at this time.
Yeah, it's a shame Mark left before that one.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so Jake Fisher in that same Bleacher Report live stream yesterday talked about the Giddey stuff. Also talked about Vooch.
Yeah.
And this is interesting because it sounds like Stein and Fisher have heard different things.
Yeah, it does.
So according to Jake Fisher on Bleacher Report yesterday, he said, quote, there hasn't been much of a market for Nikola Vucevic all along, dating back to last trade deadline. I think at this juncture, we're probably more likely to see a Nikola Vucevic buyout mid-season than we are to see a trade. So as we try to take the temp of what exactly is going on with Vooch, and somebody else, speaking of hanging out in the Die Hard Discord last night, that was another topic we were talking about. Somebody asked, like, is it possible, like, realistically, that the Bulls could, waive and stretch Vooch, buy out Vooch?
Yeah.
And I was like, I just don't see it.
Yeah.
Because if I'm the Bulls and I want to be competitive this upcoming season and I got no better options than Vooch, can he space the floor?
Yeah.
Shoot nearly 40% from three?
can.
Give you 20 and 10 every night?
He's done it.
Do you have a better option than that to be your starting center and help you try to win close to 40 games?
Is that Collins?
Because if that answer is no, and I think that answer is no, given the big man market right now, what's out there, what's available, and the backups he has behind him, Jalen Smith and Zach Collins, if the Bulls don't like any of these offers that they may have gotten for Vooch, and it seems like there have only been made, a limited number of them, then they're going to keep Vooch.
Yeah.
Unless he literally comes to them and says, for the love of God, give me a buyout. Which could happen.
Yeah.
But if there is no trade market for Vooch, I still don't think a buyout's going to happen. I think they're going to say, hey, Vooch, go out there, give us your 80 games played, give us your 20 and 10, your 32 minutes a night, and, let's try again in the play-in tournament. I seriously think the Bulls think that they need Vooch for that to happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great safety valve to have, especially when you're kind of transitioning into being a younger team. If you have an opportunity to have a vet on your team who has a threat to score 20 and 10 and shoot in the high 30s from the three-point line, plus give you 4 or 5 assists, and knows your offense and offense that they're running, and it still can contribute to that offense, because even though the Bulls' offense is changing, of them doing more of the running, as Will was pointing out the last time we were talking about that, he kept up pretty well, in the offense he came last year. But my thing is, this is a new year. New year, you know what I mean? That's usually the first thing to go, for a veteran player is the ability to consistently get up and down that floor all of the time. But Vooch is a crafty veteran. He knows when to rest on the floor. He knows when to take his time. That's why you see the pull-up threes like you do. And he was hitting them at a really high clip, so you don't even ask those questions about him running up and down the floor because he's making the shots. And that's what's important, and that's what was really important for him in that season. It does, though, Matt. It's just, I think you're right. Is it easy to just say, hey, man, come on back. We need you. We still need you. We still trying to be, as Matt says, competitive out here. And you are definitely that guy that can help contribute to that. You can help with the young guys as well. So he can still help with a guy like Essengue.
For the team.
Correct. Essengue and Modest Buzelis. And he talked about that leadership of Modest Buzelis and how he was trying to help him, saying, a little bit more last season. So you see that. And Vooch, one of the great things about Vooch, man, is he is very, very aware, very self-aware guy. So he knows the writing is on the wall as far as how the Bulls are changing and who the new leaders are on this team. And he knows the writing on his wall as far as his time here. So he understands all of that, but he is a professional. He's going to go out there. He's going to do his job, Matt. He's going to do his best out there. And you can do worse than having a guy like that on your team. Now, personally, I think we were like, dude, we want Vooch to go, but that's just for the purposes of we want him to get into a playoff situation where he can make a deep run, because he has not had that in his career, and he really does deserve those things. 2-time All-Star. He's carried the team in Orlando. He helped with this Bulls team here. It's time for him to go spread his wings and do his thing somewhere else. That's what we want for him. But from the Bulls' perspective, if they can hold that down and still keep him here and then maybe get rid of him in that mid-season, do something like that, it's a possibility.
So that's the thing I think could be the best possible outcome. He's here, forcing a smile at media day, wearing that Bulls number 9. He plays for a while, plays well. Once again, tries to get the league's attention. Hey, I might be on the wrong side of 30, but I can still do some things every night. Also, knock on wood for his sake and our sake, durable as hell.
Yeah.
In his entire Bulls tenure, that dude plays almost every single night.
Yeah.
Which leads me to best possible outcome. Some other playoff-bound team out there is dealing with an injury in their front court, and they are looking to beef up their roster for a playoff run at the trade deadline.
Yes.
Then, possibly, you're talking about the Bulls finally feeling okay enough about an offer for Vooch and moving on. And then using that last 25 or so games, post-trade deadline, to take a closer look at Jalen Smith, who didn't get a lot of tick last year, lost some of that tick when Zach Collins came in as just like a throw-in trade arrival guy.
Yeah.
And take a look at those two guys, because you can't fully start to address who is our starting center of the future of this rebuild is not a rebuild until Vooch is gone.
It's true.
And that's not wanting Vooch to be gone. That's just realizing you can't figure out who your starting 5 is for this next wave of Bulls basketball if that guy's still here, because he's still the best center you have.
Yeah, man.
And the Bulls are going to play the best center they have.
And it's not even a close discussion.
No.
That he's the best center you have.
Nowhere close.
We can argue the best player. We can argue it to that point. It could be an argument.
Right.
You know what I mean? To that point. But
it's like, does the desperate team that's heading to the playoffs and lost their big man to a couple month-long injury want to throw a couple of second-rounders at AK for Vooch on an expiring half-season rental? For the love of God, AK, take the picks!
thank you for bringing that up, because that was going to be my next question. If the trade comes up, that part, what do the Bulls do?
AK will be asking for a 34-year-old center on an expiring contract.
I want the same age. He has to have numbers between 1 and 10. and that for me is going to be the question, dog. Like, if he does make that, from all the trades that we have seen him make, it hasn't been for draft compensation. It's been for money, and it's been for a player.
No, thank you.
That's it. You know what I mean? So that is what is concerning a little bit to me when you talk about this trade. Because even if Vooch has an average season, it's still a good center.
Yeah.
You know, even if a Vooch average is still like 14 points and 11 rebounds. Yeah, you want that on your team. Because as Marc Stein mentioned, that's still good enough for the Clippers to say, dude, Brook Lopez, we want him. Get him on our team. Al Horford, he hasn't averaged 10 points in a while. Still want him on the squad. You know he can still impact the squad. But you got a 34-year-old that is still double-doubling out here and shooting like he's doing, and the durability that you spoke of, Matt. I just looked it up. The least amount of games he's played in his career is 51. That was his rookie season.
Wow.
That's the least amount of games he has played. Every other year, 77, 57, 74, 65, 75, 57, 80, 62, 70, so on, so on, so on, so on. Of course, that 82 that he played with the Bulls.
Yeah, and his Bulls has been like 82, 70-something, 70-something.
With the Bulls, it's been, excluding the 26 that he played when he got here for the Bulls. He played those full 26, by the way.
Right, yeah.
73, 82, 76, 73. Yo, this dude is
Iron
a
Man.
solid
Iron
guy.
Man.
He is out there, man. You can set your watch to it that Vooch is going to be out there. And as Will Perdue always says, man, your best ability is availability. So him being out there, being that durable, getting up and down the floor, and being impactful. He's not just out there, man. He is impactful when he's out there playing, man. The Bulls, I'm going to take baby steps with it, because I want to still stand. Yes, I want to still stand in this position of giving them their credit for this Giddey thing.
Yeah.
But to act like I'm not concerned with how they're going to go about Nikola Vucevic, I will be lying to you. And I don't want to deal with that yet. It's a Friday. It's a lot to deal with them. So I want to stay here. But it is something to think about, y'all. It's definitely something to think about.
Chicago Bulls Nation in the chat saying, forget his production. There are teams over the second apron who would love to get off that next year. They'll throw second rounders for Vooch by the deadline to avoid the tax and apron.
Yeah, we know, but
will AK be receptive to it?
That part. That's the concern.
Hey,
Didn't I tell you I just didn't want to discuss on the Friday? I'm about to discuss it.
You know you're allowed to make trades that are not just one player for one player.
Yeah, it's a thing.
We're allowed to do that, AK.
It's a thing.
We're allowed to do that.
I swear to you, it's a thing.
You're allowed to accept not only a draft pick, but picks plural in a trade. Also, here's another thing. You don't have to put a pick of your own in every trade that you make.
Oh, man. Like, it's the concern. And that's why it's concerning, and that's why I want to know how they handle it. And, of course, all this depends on how Vooch kind of, goes about and he plays. As you said, he still could come and say, hey, man, you know what I mean? Get me out of here. Buy me out. You know what I mean? Let me go do my thing. I don't think he will. He has never struck me as that kind of professional that he would do something like that. He's well within his right to do it, but I just don't think he would do something like that, man. Like, I think he would just say, fine, I'll play. And I'm going to play, and I'm going to continue to do my thing. And that gives him more inspiration also to have a season close to probably what we saw last year.
Howie R. Bears in the chat saying John Isaac is the perfect mentor for Noah Essengue. His, quote, durability issues just mean more time on task for Essengue, in my opinion. Essengue ain't playing much, regardless of who his mentor is his rookie year. Also, this Bulls young roster failure to launch rebuild, in my opinion, the last thing it needs is a player with a head full of crazy. Before we get out of here, Katie, poll results.
Poll results.
Yeah, the poll results are real telling.
I'm
today.
feeling
what is the
toasty
poll?
right now. I have already showered today. I'm thinking it might be one of those 2-shower summer days.
What is
the poll question was, how often do you shower during the summer? Me personally, I'm a 2-shower-a-day kind of
there's nothing
person.
wrong with two.
I'm year-round 2 a day, by the way.
Year-round 2 a day?
I love showers.
That's
What I'm talking
dedication.
about.
I love showers. It helps my anxiety. Anyway, The winner
up.
was once a day, 47% of the vote.
That's what I voted for.
Second place was twice a day, 33%.
Good. Wow.
Third place, 12% of the vote. 12% of you people out there picked less than every other day.
Sounds like those Grundle orders are creeping up there, guys.
Every other day.
Listen, guys, as long as you got your Mando, you might be able to get away with this. Them Grundle orders, you got to get them down.
Get those
Grundle orders down.
Grundles.
Because, dude, man, there's nothing like that bad whiff that hits you in
Showering
that
once
face.
every 3 days in the summer is crazy pants.
Yeah, your air conditioner must be amazing.
That is
You're in the house a lot.
Jail.
Jail?
Jail.
So, Katie, are you like routine, like every morning and then every night before bed?
Yeah.
Not
It's
mad at
like
none of this.
even if I did nothing all day, like it is just it's like a, what's the word I'm looking for? It's just a
Helps
thing.
your anxiety,
It
as
helps
you
my
said.
anxiety. It's like a
Clears your
routine. It
head.
just makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Totally.
Something wrong
Totally
with it.
agree.
I usually do, if I take one in the morning and I don't get a chance to work out and I work out in the evening, then I'm taking another one in too. So yeah, it's no problem.
You
with
can't
the
go to
shower.
bed all hot and sweaty.
Seriously,
Or I don't sleep as well if I'm going to bed and I'm all hot and whatever.
Not a fan.
Dreads, however, say some people love that funk musk. LOL.
I don't hang
Hey,
with them.
congrats, Dreads. Kind of telling on yourself a little bit.
You know,
but hey,
that's cool, but I
No,
just
yeah.
don't hang with them. That's all.
Not gonna yuck your yum.
You can't like to hug people like I do and come in with that Grundle order on 40.
This is true. Although I
Can't
will
do it.
say, shout out to Mando, and I do love a good, reliable deodorant, and I use their products. I got into my condo building's elevator yesterday, and I saw a young person getting off as I walked in. Young people are out of control with their cologne
Okay.
and their body fragrance usage. Half a spritz, y'all. Half a spritz. I nearly choked to death.
Was it
Axe?
Was it Axe body?
Yeah,
Spray?
I think
What
that's
was
what
it?
I had. Was it Axe?
I don't like recognize accents.
You
like,
know
they're
Axe when you
that's-
smell Axe.
That's roofie tonight or whatever Axe
What did
scent
you
names
just
are. So
Let's go home.
I was just trying to think
We're
of an
going
Axe
home.
scent name.
Let's go home. Let's go home, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Enjoy your weekends.
We'll be back on Monday.
Shout out Marc Stein. Thanks, Katie, for being here.
Queen of the Controls.
Main man, Matt
Hey.
Peck. I'm Big Dave.
See Red be good.
Love y'all.
Let's cologne.